releasing every 4 to 6 weeks, but now how do you promote it? Like, so I guess starting with social media, what's your kind of your organic promotion strategy?
So for the organic, in terms of social media, my organic is mainly on Instagram. I'll just make sure that 2 weeks before I start teasing the track that's coming out, or I show a video of me producing it, or just posting stories, or including it in a picture post, or just doing small things and telling people, hey, song coming out in 2 weeks. And then that's the pre-promo part, and then I'll post 1 week before, and then maybe 4 days before the release, maybe 2 days before the release. Just making it a countdown and kind of building the anticipation for when the song comes out. And it doesn't matter if you have 50 followers or 100 followers, like anything is better, and any listener really counts, you know. Any person that listens to your music and likes it, like they might show it to their friends, and that will grow. And that's really what helped me in the beginning, like focusing on each person, like each follower, each friend that I have, like individually, and making sure like the people I can show my music, that they'll listen to it. Even when going out, say to a bar or to a club, when I get into conversation with random people and people ask what I do, you know, I say I'm a music producer, I make music. Or I ask people, what type of music do you like? And then they say rap and house, whatever they say, it's just like, oh, I make music. And every time people are interested in it, you know, everyone likes meeting producers and checking out the music. So you basically,
Reagan, he misses no opportunity to tell people that he's into music.
No, that's great. I for whatever reason, I kind of shy away from telling people about my music.
Yeah,
I probably shouldn't do that.
That's why you have to be able to have your music out and be happy with what you put out. That's why that's the most important thing, making music you actually enjoy. But yeah, it's easier with random people. You meet at a bar or something, you know, just tell them I make music. You're never gonna see them again, but if they have your Instagram or your Spotify, they might come back the next day and be like, hey, I checked out your music, I really love it. And I've done that a lot, and then turns out like months later, like people tell me, yeah, all my friends are listening to your music now. Yeah, and in the beginning, that's even now still, you know.
Yeah,
right. So what is your Instagram? Because it probably might be helpful for people to like take a look at what you're doing.
For sure, yeah.
Kind of get an idea.
It's Gent Beats, so JEND. Okay. And there you'll probably see I have somewhat of a structure of my posts. I have some picture of myself, a teaser of the new track, the out now post. Every time my song comes out, I have a reel that's basically just has the lyrics of the song with the cover art that comes. It's very simple video editing, and nothing crazy.
So you're just creating like simple kind of videos with your music in it?
Yeah, so for each release, I'll post a picture of myself, like, I don't know, with whatever I'm doing, like in the studio, or if I'm on vacation, or whatever it really is, just something about my life. And I'll tell people, hey, I've done this the last 2 weeks. I've also have a new song coming out. Then I have a picture of maybe me performing live if I have one. And if not, it's just, a cover art with a swipe over to a teaser of the track, and then the video of the out now post.
Awesome. So that's really simple, easy to follow. So how frequently will you post on Instagram?
I'll post around 2, 3 posts when I have a release coming. So I would say around 2 times a month, or not even. Yeah, around 2 times a month on average.
So you only post on Instagram 2 times a month total?
Yeah, as a post. I try and post stories as much as I can. But stories are easier, you know, you don't have to overthink them that much. Most people just click over like this through the stories anyways.
Right.
But the posts I see as your tool of announcing your music, talking about your music, your achievements, and putting your face and your brand out there. Then stories, I think, is just to remind people you exist, more or less.
Okay.
Sure, you can use it for promotion as well. But yeah, just share your life. Like, the more authentic, the better. The more you can share, the more of a connection people will get with you. I want to get better at that, to be honest. When it comes to that, I don't love using social media and sharing my life. I'm not a person.
Me either.
But that's why when you have a song coming out, you can share about it, and you can take a picture of the sunset and put your album cover over it and say it comes out in 3 days and stuff, like little things like that.
Okay. And
really
then do you repurpose that same content to like TikTok or YouTube Shorts? Or,
Sure. You just upload it, but just don't. If you're spending too much time, if you're spending hours on TikTok and hours on Reels and hours on this, I think you might be spreading your time too thinly. Your time is better off somewhere else. I mainly use Instagram. I've tried TikTok. It hasn't worked for me just because I haven't been that authentic. I feel with TikTok, you have to be very direct to the listener and like speak to the camera and be loud and make a controversial claim in the beginning. And, on Reels, you don't have to do that. It can be an aesthetic video that you take on the beach, or what worked for me is going to a nightclub and putting my camera on slow motion. That's for the Reels anyways, but like making content like this, and stories.
Right, because that kind of fits your brand.
That's my brand,
with your music,
But you might go to a rock festival and film that in slow motion. You have people jumping up and down to music. Like that might look cool as well, or reversing a clip or putting something faster or zoomed in. Like simple things have worked pretty well for me.
I just wanted to let you know that Nico goes into much more detail and depth in his book, The Independent Artist Blueprint, a step-by-step guide on how to make a living with your music. I've actually read this book myself and it's absolutely fantastic. So if you want to check out the book yourself, just go to orpheusaudioacademy.com/Jend and you can actually get 10% off this book. Just be sure to use my code Reagan10 at checkout. By the way, how would you like to start making $1,000 a month from your Spotify streams alone? If so, then click on my video on the screen right now. And not only will it teach you that, but it will show you how to do it without running ads or paying for expensive playlist submission tools. And it can even be done in just 30 minutes a day. So go ahead and click on the video now.